I don't know if you guys guessed it, but the truck's all back apart again. We got the rear differential all apart. We got the LSD all apart over here on the bench, replacing these clutch discs, because if you guys saw in my drag racing video that this was down to a one-wheel wonder. Because we burnt these babies out. We folded the tangs over. It's not fully burnt out, but it's definitely burnt because it put a lot of metal shavings in the fluid, but we'll flush that all out, clean the bearings out, and we'll put some new fluid in there. Some brand new Mopar OEM clutch packs, because those are supposedly heavy duty clutch packs I put in there, and they didn't even last probably 15 drag racing passes. So hopefully these OEM ones will hold. The other thing we are doing, as you guys saw, the turbo is out of the truck. We just have the exhaust housing chilling right here. We are putting that smaller exhaust housing back on. So instead of having this 1.32 exhaust housing, we'll be going up there with the 1.1 exhaust housing. And what that is actually the airflow through the actual housing going into the turbine. The wheel stays the same size. It's literally just the airflow, so it makes it a bigger restriction if you go down in size, and it makes it less of a restriction if you go up in size. We want that spool time to come up a lot faster, so we are going down in size. I was running at the track 9 to 10 pounds, and first and second gear I was only making 7 or 8. So hopefully with this 1.1 we'll get up there. It's really close, but we're gonna just try to get it up there. The other thing we are doing, we are re-gapping the spark plugs, because on the way home I turned up the boost a whole ton a lot. It's about 14 PSI, and it started to break up pretty bad, so we're gonna tighten those gaps. Hopefully it's just blowing the spark plugs out, but we'll definitely be able to tell when we have all 10 spark plugs back out and on the bench. So yes, today is just a bunch of maintenance that we are doing to srt10, because we are trying to go drag racing again, not this weekend, but the weekend after. I think the 22nd, we are going to go down to Rock Falls, Wisconsin in Eau Claire. And I can't be more proud of srt10. It's just, she's kicking ass, taking names. Oh, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to change the oil, because we have, again, 15, 20 drag racing passes, I don't know, 5 roll racing, 5 drag racing, 4 drag racing, so 14 passes with the truck down the strip. About a lot of pulls on the highway. Every time I drive it, I'm probably wide open throttle in this truck. Hauling a camper, going to Brainerd twice, so it's time to change the oil in this beast. We'll cut the oil filter open too. But yes, today we're not gonna finish any of this stuff because we don't have parts. We don't have parts for the differential. We don't have parts for the turbo. We have the turbo exhaust housing, we just don't have the gasket for the bottom, and I've reused that gasket like 3 times. I just don't want to reuse it for a 4th time, because if it blows out, that's a giant exhaust leak. I'll lay these 2 exhaust housings right next to each other, and you guys can actually see what they are. They are physically, the 1.1 is physically smaller than the 1.32, and you can definitely tell the difference. And if you guys are wondering why I'm not videotaping me taking this all apart, is because I've already made a video of me changing the exhaust housing on this truck. I will put that link in the description below. The other thing too is you guys are questioning is why am I not making a video on tearing apart this LSD and rebuilding it? Again, I made a video already doing that. I will put the link in the description below. Eric, why are you not making a video of how to tear the differential apart to get the limited slip out? Guess what? I made a video and it explains everything here. Torque specs, taking it apart, pulling the axles out, replacing axle seals, replacing the LSD clutch packs. It goes over everything. It's a boring ass video, but it tells you how to do it, and I try to be as descriptive as possible. That is not a fun video to watch, but you do know how to do it after you watch it. So again, both those video links will be in the description below. And removal of the spark plugs, guess what? Made a video. I will put the link in the description below on how to remove spark plugs in your 2004 to 2006 Dodge Ram SRT10 and re-gap them plugs too. videos on videos, guys, so check those things out. I have a lot of old videos of this truck on how I built the turbo kit, so if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, to check out my older videos. I literally have video footage of me building the exhaust for this, building the intercooler system for this, putting everything together in this thing. Boom! And like that, we got it all apart. Check out this awesome wastegate work down here. Look at that flow. You can see that's the pipage that goes into the turbo, exhaust from the motor into the turbo, and then there's all our bypass pipage in there. Look at them welds. No. That was all MIG welded together because I didn't want to pull the exhaust out, but it turned out good. We have no leaks. It's working good. It looks pretty good. If you guys want to see me video and building that, I got that too. But we need to paint this tip because it is rusting, and we're going to paint it black. I think we're going to paint the rear tips black too, so it will be matching. A little less like out there, but I think it'll be a lot better because I'm tired of metal polishing this to keep it from rusting. We are waiting on that T6 gasket. We are waiting on the clutch packs for the LSD. I don't feel like pulling the spark plugs out and gapping them right now, but let's take a size look at these two AR exhaust housings. So here on the right we have the 132 exhaust AR housing, and then right here we have the 11 AR exhaust housing. They both look like snails. That snail looks bigger, that snail looks smaller. So that is the actual AR, is actual air displacement in these turbos. You can see like the skinny wise, how skinny this one is and how thick this one is, and how much taller this one is and how much shorter it is. And that is literally the airflow through these turbos. And then they are both 96 millimeter holes in them. So some little stuff about turbos, I don't know if you guys knew, but it's always fun to learn that that's where the snail comes from. But yeah, guys, we are going to call this a video because I don't feel like pulling spark plugs out tonight. I'll do that probably another time, and I will be putting the truck all back together when we get parts, which is hopefully tomorrow. And then we are going to we're going to tighten up that wastegate spring. We're going to raise that crack pressure on that boost controller because I want this thing to spool so hard off the line. I want this thing just squat and go. It hooks so well until it's one wheel, but it hooks so well when it's two wheels that we just got to get this thing into boost right away. We got to get that 10-second quarter mile. We have no timing into this engine, so it's super safe. We just have to keep an eye on that air-fuel ratio because the pumps will lean out. So it's only got a single Walbro 450, and when that starts to lean out, we have that whole fuel system, and we will be going back on the dyno to get this thing retuned because it has absolutely no timing in it at all. There is so much power potential out of this setup and this motor. We are just babying it right now. Like, this is like nothing. This is baby steps. We are walking everything right now, and it's great. It ran at 11.9 walking. Let's get this thing running. This is gonna be crazy. But as always, guys, thank you for following along. Thank you for subscribing. Check out all my other videos if you want. We still have the twin turbo 5.9 over here all torn apart. We actually have the old motor over here chilling that has the giant holes in it because we shot connecting rod 3 through the side of the block. If you guys don't remember that, check that out too. Boom! 8.3 blown up. That was the stock motor that we blew up in our 2004 Dodge Ram srt10, and then we fully built a forged motor for it. But I keep rambling on, but thank you guys for watching. As always, keep it boosted, and we'll see you guys next time. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and of course, YouTube.